Good morning, everyone. Today's the day. The sun is shining, the tank is clean, and we are getting out of the tank is clean. The tank is clean! Random hot take. Super early in the morning, and by super early I mean 9:45 a.m. I actually don't find it that cringy to think about how people wake up, get out of bed, set up the camera, go back to bed, and then wake up again. Sometimes they do actually wake up again because sometimes they fall asleep after that, depending on how early they wake up. Sometimes they simulate it, right? Actors and actresses literally do the same thing. If you've ever watched a telenovela, they literally have glittery eyeshadow on their eyes. And they're supposed to be in bed, sleeping. I don't know why the makeup artists never reduce the amount of makeup that's on their face, because I know the lights and everything, but you could kill the eyeshadow. There's no reason for there to be glittery eyeshadow on somebody's eyes. Take the lashes off. Don't need bottom mascara to go to sleep. That's what's cringy to me, because I would never willingly go to sleep with a full face of makeup. Sometimes you're just trying to get a specific shot, you're trying to create a specific feel or whatever, and that's exactly what people in the film industry are trying to do. Why is it cringy when influencers do it and content creators do it, but it's not cringy when the film industry does it? Is it because somebody else is filming? Whatever. I don't know. When I was 12, 13, watching people on YouTube, watching people post vlogs and stuff, I used to think that they had a camera crew, because I was like, oh, you're in bed, you're not filming. I couldn't conceptualize a tripod for some reason. Anyways, I'm rambling. I have to reach out to Amazon to complain about Amazon Prime, because what is the point of having Amazon Prime if my stuff is not only not gonna come in 2 or 3 days anymore, but every time you tell me it's delayed, you always tell me it's gonna be 3 days delayed, and then it comes the next day. Stop playing with my feelings like that. The only thing you really do is save more money, potentially, but then you just give it back to them when you pay the monthly fee. So it's what? As of right now, I don't order enough stuff from Amazon to keep doing Amazon Prime. I did when I was in school, which is why I got it, but I don't do that anymore. Mainly because I'm broke. Okay, let's get it started. Ha! So I just finished the entirety of my morning routine. I've got the last little bit of laundry that I had to do practically almost done. I got something in the dryer, and then I've got the last load in the washer. So I'm pretty much done with my laundry, which is fantastic. Took my ADHD medication when I came out of the bathroom before I went to go eat breakfast. And I don't know how long it takes to kick in, but I still want to give it a minute just to make sure. I don't think I'll lose anything by waiting another 15-20 minutes or so. I'm about to do my PT exercises, and then I'm going to actually jump in and get started with my day and everything else that I have to do today. But before I do that, I wanted to let you guys know what seems to be another positive outcome of being properly medicated for your ADHD. When you get your ADHD medication and everything kicks in, and it's just so much quieter up here, and you can more easily focus, and things don't take as much effort, and you get a lot of stuff done, that rush of dopamine that you feel, here's the thing, okay? Let me give you a little bit of context. I have no idea if I can find it. I'll try to find it and I'll put it on the screen if I do. But I saw a tweet or an Instagram thread or something that basically said that people with ADHD often do not get satisfaction from getting tasks done. We just feel a mild sense of relief that we don't have to worry about it anymore. And of course, that only happens for tasks that aren't recurring. That is exactly how I used to feel up until yesterday, because completing things that I wanted to do, not that somebody else wanted me to do, that I wanted to do, actually does give me a sense of satisfaction. And it's probably only because I've gone my entire life feeling like I just couldn't do it. So when I actually do it, it's oh, I can do things. This is me. This is within my inherent ability. I can set myself to do things and then actually follow through. This is the first time that completing tasks hasn't just given me that mild sense of relief. When you get that dopamine from getting things done, the next morning, even if you haven't taken your medication yet, you still wake up feeling like you're ready to tackle the day. Feeling yeah, I can do all of these things that I set to do on my to-do list. And if something gets in the way, it's not because my own energy tanked out or because my own attention was dysregulated. It's simply because something external got in my way, and that's, you know, it's largely out of my control. I don't have to blame myself. Because I woke up this morning and I was like, yeah, I know I can do these things because now I have actual help. Now I can do many of the tips that previously did not work for me because I have adequate help. Now I'm actually at baseline. Before I was operating underneath baseline. Now I'm right at it, and now I'm working towards, you know, climbing and climbing and climbing. Obviously, you know, a lot of self-care, well, those two, but a lot of like life hacks and tips and tricks are often geared towards neurotypicals. So just because I'm on medication now doesn't mean I've gone from being neurodivergent to being neurotypical. So it doesn't mean that neurotypical advice suddenly works for me now. Because I'm still neurodivergent. I'm just a medicated neurodivergent. But, like, for instance, like the 5-minute rule or the 5-second rule or whatever it's called, it's basically the theory where if something takes you 5 seconds or 5 minutes to do, just go ahead and do it now. I had on my to-do list yesterday to text a friend back. And when I was looking at it on my phone, I was like, well, I have my phone in my hand right now. Let me just do that right now. I would have never done that while being unmedicated, because texting people back requires effort. And if you're neurotypical watching this and you have no experience with neurodivergence at all, this may seem like strange to you. Everything that neurodivergent people do, especially if we're unmedicated while we have to do it, takes an insane amount of effort because we don't have the amount of dopamine that's needed for us to put towards tasks and get them done without feeling burned out and completely drained of energy afterwards. Texting people back takes energy. Getting out of bed takes energy. Making food to eat takes energy. Cooking that requires so much attention. Cooking, driving, playing video games, though you have to be focused on so many things at the same time. The only thing that makes those things easier for neurodivergent people is they actually have a passion for doing those things. So like, I like cooking. I'm half Trinidadian and Haitian. I really didn't have a choice. But I like cooking. So if I'm cooking multiple things at the same time, yeah, sure, I do feel like a little bit frazzled, but like, I like cooking. So that's producing enough dopamine for me to keep going in my head. Same thing with driving. I do like driving. Yeah, I have to focus on a lot of things at one time. But thankfully, you know, at certain times of day, I live in a city where there's not always a whole lot going on. So I can drive pretty much without issue. Of course, the later in the day it gets, the more people there are on the road and the more I have to fight for my life. But that's anywhere. And then same thing with video games. There's a lot that you have to be paying attention to video games, but that just draws you in. There's literally science behind why neurodivergents who love video games can focus on video games so much better than we can focus on schoolwork, even if that schoolwork is something we actually like doing. I know people say that it is unrealistic to chase joy and pleasure and things that you like when it comes to taking school classes, when it comes to choosing a career for yourself. But for neurodivergent people, especially if you're ADHD and especially if you're autistic, because I'm also autistic, it's honestly kind of essential to choose something that is already naturally in us to do. Things that I could make a career out of absolutely include content creation, obviously, being a dancer, being a model, or being a backup singer, because all of those things are things I genuinely love doing. Yeah, it would feel like work, but at least I'm doing something I genuinely love doing and that I'm good at, as opposed to something that is literally soul-sucking and has me coming home from work and crawling into bed immediately. It's actually part of the reason why it took me so long to like truly start my content creation journey. Lack of access and proper equipment was part of it, but I couldn't do content creation and school at the same time, because school was the most important thing, but I hated school, so I had to force myself to put all of my energy towards school. I don't have to force myself to put energy towards content creation. I just pick up a camera and start talking. And remember yesterday I talked about the maladaptive daydreaming thing that I do? This is literally satisfying my need to do that. I didn't do it as much yesterday because I spent most of that time talking to the camera. So that's also accommodating me as well. Imagine content creation being an accommodation. That's funny. Content accommodation. The only part of content creation that I don't genuinely love is editing, but that's partly because this baby right here, she's almost 10 years old. It's 2024. Next year, she's gonna be 10. She's not doing so well, so I need to get a new one. It's a little bit slow on this one, so it's just tedious. It's not hard, it's just tedious and time consuming. Any time frame that I could be given for when I would receive my acceptance decision. I just finished filming that video that I was talking about. It went really smoothly. I honestly enjoyed filming it. I felt a thing kind of like right here, like in a positive way when I was filming it, so that's a really good sign. It went a lot faster than filming normally does, which is great. Partially because, you know, it's harder to make mistakes when you're reading versus when you're like trying to say something that you memorized. So I got through it really quickly. But change of plans in one of my to-do list things for today. I have decided not to create those promos that I was talking about because for two reasons. One, those promos were for the videos that were filmed in the format that was no longer just like really aligning with me very well. And number two, probably because of number one, I've realized that if it takes me way too much effort to try and convince myself to do something compared to the actual amount of effort that it takes, it's probably not something I actually need to be doing. I'm the face of my channel, I'm the energy of my channel, so I just need to lean into that. I have confidence that if somebody watches my videos and genuinely likes them, they will click on the other videos on my channel. They can promote themselves. I am the promo that I need. I don't need to create more promo. So, instead of doing that, we're gonna do something else. We're gonna review the stuff that I've gotten in PR from Naturium. I've been on their PR list for the past couple of months and I've gotten quite a bit of things of them, so we're just gonna go through them and I'm gonna let you know my thoughts on them. First thing that I got from Naturium was this salicylic acid spray, which is almost empty. Now, here's the thing about this. When I got this, I was using a body wash that was not an active body wash, right? So it's not a body wash that had like glycolic acid or salicylic acid or anything like that. However, the body wash I was using before that was, which means that I did not have any like acne on my back or anything like that to be able to test this out on it. Because that's how well active body washes work on me. They keep my acne away for a while and I can get away with using a non-active body wash for quite some time before it starts coming back. And then after that body wash ran out, I actually went and, it's in the shower, I actually went and I bought one of the products that is gonna be in this PR review, but I had bought that one with my own money and it cleared up my acne in like 3 showers. So I didn't get to use this on my back. So instead, I've been using this on my underarms. I have been shaving with a manual razor on my underarms for the past several years. I stopped using them, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I honestly don't remember. And ever since then, I've been healing the damage done from manual razors under my arms. But the damage is so extensive that it's taking quite a while, so I cannot with full confidence say that this did a whole lot. Like, it didn't seem like it did a whole lot, but I'm not blaming that on the product. I'm sure this is a great product. It's just that my underarms were in too bad condition for me to see any noticeable changes with this. Also, this wasn't the only thing that I've been using on my underarms. I've been using a lot of different things. There is some impatience in there. I do have to be more consistent with it, but I'm sure that under more normal circumstances, this would be fantastic at getting rid of like ingrowns, acne, whatever's going on under here. I think this is definitely great for your back because it's salicylic acid. Salicylic acid works great on acne. So I don't really get body acne anywhere else. So if you do, like if you get it on your legs or on your butt or whatever, try this out and see how it works for you. It also has niacinamide in it. Next thing that I got was this niacinamide gel cream. I know you see how mangled this is. I've been using the hell out of this. This is my my moisturizer for my morning skincare routine. If you hate how most lotions feel on your face, like most lotions, most face creams or whatever, definitely try a gel cream. This one is extremely affordable. There are some gel creams out there that I really like. I really like the one from Belief, and I also like the one from, is it Necessaire? Who is it? Oh no, I'm mixing that up with the body serum. I love the Belief, what's it called? You know what I'm talking about. But if you don't want to spend $39 or $49 or however expensive that thing is, definitely get this one. I'd say this is like maybe satin finish. It's not greasy, it's not sticky, it's not heavy. And even though it's winter, I don't have that like white thing around my mouth. That's partially because I'm also using hyaluronic acid, but this right here, this is golden. Okay, the niacinamide serum. So I have not used a niacinamide serum on my face in a while, particularly because I don't get a whole lot of redness on my face. So I've been using this under my eyes. When I'm not using the Faded by Topicals, I've been using this under my eyes with vitamin C, trying to get my dark circles to go away. But that's also another issue where I'm like flopping back and forth between products and I'm not being consistent enough. So we're still trying this one out, but it's very easy to apply, it's very easy to blend. I can't remember if this one gets sticky or not because it's been a couple of weeks since I used it because I've been using the Faded by Topicals. This body butter was actually a surprise, and only because I have never liked slathering my body in oil. It's just everywhere, it's all over my pillow, all over my clothes, all over my blanket, my sheets. I don't like doing it. So I actually thought that I was going to not like this very much. I was excited and happy that I got it, but I was worried about how I was actually gonna like it in use, because this is literally called the multi-oil body butter. I kind of thought that meant I was gonna be a grease pan. This actually doesn't leave me as greasy as a lot of other like body butters and even lotions leave me. Lotion was like the bane of my existence growing up because I don't like greasiness on my skin. I don't like it on my face, I don't like it on my skin, I don't like it on my feet, I don't like it on my hands. So I was always ashy because I hated putting stuff on. And a lot of products are like loaded with oils, and a lot of people promote oils for you to put it on your skin. But all it did for me was my skin was still like tight and dry, but now it's just oily, it's just shiny. Sure, the ashiness disappeared because now you're greasy, but just because the ashiness is gone doesn't mean your skin's properly moisturized. And I tried this for the first time. I definitely put a little bit too much on, but it still didn't leave me as greasy as I was expecting. It does rub in really easily. For best results, you definitely want to apply this to damp skin. So like, I would not apply this just as a lotion when I need lotion. This is a strictly as soon as I come out of the shower product, but it rubs in super duper easily. It's also fragrance free, so if you're sensitive to fragrance, that's a very good thing for you. Wait, before I lie, does it say fragrance free? So it doesn't say fragrance free, but it doesn't smell. Yeah, this doesn't smell fragrant to me at all. The closest thing it might smell like is shea butter. So yeah, definitely a pleasant surprise. Perfect timing too, because it's winter. So yeah, I would definitely buy this again with my own money. Okay, next thing is this salicylic acid body wash. This is my second bottle. This specific bottle is the one that they sent me in PR. I have already used a bottle of this, and that one was one that I purchased with my own money. This is the body wash that I was talking about when I said that my back knee cleared up in 3 washes. I showered in the morning, I showered in the evening, I showered the next morning. Gone. I touched my back and it was almost completely smooth. My back right now, oh, there's a little thing over there, but I can probably just exfoliate that off. My back right now is completely clear. Now, to be fair, when I do get back knee, I don't get back knee like that intensely, but it still has never gone away that fast. I've used other like active body washes before and they did not work as fast as this one. I think those other ones maybe took like maybe 5 or 6 days before my back was completely clear. It's been a while since I used those other ones, so I honestly can't tell you with full confidence. This actually does say fragrance free, and it's time released salicylic acid, so that's probably why it worked so quickly. It was actually working like throughout the day and throughout the night. So yeah, this is a really good body wash. Okay, and the last things that I got from Naturium so far have been these lip balms and this lip mask. I'm going to put a pin in these, and here's the reason why. Okay. When I got these in the mail, I was so excited because I saw the fall color. My camera got hot, sorry. I had to wait for it to cool down. I was so excited because I saw the fall version colors they had of these, and I like love fall color stuffs, but I wanted to try all of them. But when I looked at the ingredients, I got a little bit nervous because I realized they had castor oil in them. And castor oil is one of those ingredients in lip balms that actually makes it harder to moisturize your lips with the lip balm, because it's the one that makes your lips do the thing where you're just like all day long and you're always peeling. Now, castor oil was a little bit farther down the list, so I thought it was gonna be okay. And Naturium is a K-beauty brand, if I remember correctly. I figured the formulation wasn't gonna be that bad, but I tried it and I was still like struggling a little bit. I was still having that issue. That said, it is winter still, so maybe it's just that I can't get away with my lip balms having castor oil that easily because it's winter. So we're gonna put a pin in these till the summer. The lip mask, I would use this at night. I think this one was okay, but I haven't tried it enough times. But for the most part, we're gonna be putting a pin in these until the summer. Hi, so it's 10:45 p.m. It was like 3 something last time I saw y'all. One thing that I need to remember is that I am not immune to the biological tiredness I feel between 3 to 5 p.m. I crawled into bed and physically felt unable to move because I was so exhausted until like maybe 7 or 8 p.m. I just finished eating for the last time like maybe an hour ago, and since then I've been lying down on the bed because again, I'm exhausted. But I need to go and shower and do my nighttime skincare routine, and clearly I just need to go to bed. I have no idea if I'm gonna fall asleep before 1 a.m., but I need to be physically in the bed. But I got a lot done today and I'm very proud of myself. Forgot one more thing. I've been meaning to say this for like the entire day. Let me know in the comments what type of content you guys want to see on my Pinterest, because I think what's happening is I have so many ideas for what I could post on my Pinterest that it's overwhelming and I don't actually know what to do. So let me know. Like I could do skincare, makeup, I could do a lot of things, but there's just so many ideas that I feel like it feels like not knowing anything at all. That's how many ideas are in my head right now. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see.